Okay, so the day has come for us to replace Midnight's power supply. Thanks to everybody that helped us reach our goal on Coffee when she was streaming on Twitch. The box came in today. There's a big O Corsair branding on the top. You can go ahead and open it?
Yeah. Got a fancy knife. That's like...
It should be padded. Yeah, it's got bubbles in it.
Bubbles.
There it is.
Oh, this thing's heavy.
It's gonna be.
It's a lot heavier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay. There it
Fancy
is.
box. Alright.
It's nice and bubble wrapped.
Corsair RM750E.
And this is the fully modular one, I believe, right?
Yep, fully modular.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a flip bottom on this side.
Okay. There it is. Okay. I was like, it's on one of these sides.
Oh yeah, they gave you the same treatment they did with mine. They give you zip ties, screws for setting it into the case,
Ooh,
and they give you an extra thick cable rated for it, along with your cables for the power supply.
Nice. I just finished.
Midnight noises.
I just finished eating. Very thick power supply.
Yeah.
It's shorter, I think. I don't know.
No, they're pretty decent.
Let's see. We have. Oh, the wires. God, that's heavy.
That's okay though. You don't have to use all of those.
True.
That's why you got the modular one, is so that keep your case clean, and we'll put the other ones in a box with the other ones from mine.
And this one is the module. Or, no, that's the actual unit.
Yeah, the power supply unit.
The unit.
And this one is a little bit smaller than like the huge one that's in my computer. That way it'll fit nicely in your case.
Ooh, yeah. Clear. Oh, this thing is heavy.
It should be pretty hefty.
Like, that is heavy.
Oh yeah.
It smells like paint.
It smells like it was just manufactured.
Yeah.
It looks good from the top. Doesn't look like there's anything fucked up going on.
Mm-hmm. Wow, those pins are straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Right there. It is a true 750 watt.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, my hands do not hold stuff very well.
You're fine. Yeah, a real 750 watt power supply.
It will give them so many opportunities.
Yep.
Alright, now let's get that death trap out of my computer.
Yeah.
It had a weird smell this morning.
It's amazing how condensed they made that one.
I know.
I was thinking it to be bigger, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because mine's like that much thicker than this one.
We'll also have actual screws made for it.
Yeah.
Instead of having to mount it with the,
Extra mix.
yeah.
Alright, so we got Midnight's computer out.
Alrighty. It'll be fine. It's cute though. Look at all the cute little stickers. Okay, my power supply is located down here.
Yep. You're going to want to stand it up and take the other panel off. And then you're going to want to uninstall and unrun everything.
Yeah.
So right now we've got a Cooler Master 500 watt in here, which is definitely being overrun by this computer. Thing has been through like 3 computers before this one. It's definitely run an AM3 platform before it went into this AM4 platform. So after all that hell of wrestling wires and trying not to break anything, so we got it out. There's the old one. And it's massive wires. Here's our new one. And it goes in just like that.
It's smaller.
Yep.
smaller than the one we had in here.
Yep.
I was expecting it to be slightly bigger.
Me too. It's not. Careful.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to get the fresh screws out?
Screws, yes.
Okay, so that was a nightmare getting all those cables tucked, but we got it done. All the black cables kind of blend in as well. But we got it all back together and it's ready to go now. I'll probably come in here before we put the panel on and tuck a few things, but it's in there. It's there.
Testing time?
Alright.
Power switch. It's gonna sound weird because there's probably an air bubble that will have to
Yep,
burp
there's
out.
an air bubble in the old cooler.
It'll cycle itself out after a couple resets. It's so
It
much
sounds
quieter.
consistent. Like the power in it sounds stable.
It's so quiet.
Yeah. It's got a quiet fan thing.
It's so quiet compared to this thing.
Well, I don't know if it's in the system yet, so.
This thing? You're saying no.
That's weird. I have never had that happen. So at this point, the system would not start. It almost seemed like it was stuck in a startup loop because every time the graphics card went to try and power on, the fans would go to spin for a second and then it would just drop out and quit working. We never got it to post or go into any type of system dialog or start Windows. After doing some testing, we took the power supply and took it back out and hooked it up to my computer, and it worked perfectly fine. It tested fine. There was nothing wrong with it. So what we determined after playing around for a bit, there's been some problems with Asus and ASRock motherboards. ASRock's made by Asus. I think they cheaped out on their voltage regulation or something having to do with power. Because apparently if you get a really, really nice power supply and try to pair it up with an Asus or an ASRock board, this has been an issue since like 2012 or something. It just doesn't work with it. It doesn't like it. You can use any cheap run-of-the-mill power supply, even a Cooler Master with an Asus or ASRock motherboard doesn't seem to phase it. Minute you try to take a really nice Corsair or even an MSI power supply and pair it with a ASRock or Asus motherboard, and it just will not work. So we wound up going on AliExpress and getting a hold of a really, really nice Taiwan market Gigabyte board. So here's what that board looked like. So this is the motherboard that we got off of AliExpress. With an I/O shield. Appears to be entirely factory packed. One SATA cable. And the motherboard itself in a shielded bag. And a manual. Look at that. All in Chinese. Looks like just Taiwanese or Chinese market. I believe that's the same market. Copyright 2023 on the back of that. Okay, so we got everything back together. Here's Midnight's new motherboard. Hooked up to her new power supply. So now we know that ASRock and Asus motherboards do not like Corsair power supplies, but Gigabytes do.